The biggest news of our lifetime finally happened. No one ever saw it coming. We didn't think it existed. We thought it was a myth, but GTA 6 was confirmed, and no one should be shocked by this. Like,
Right.
it's really not that surprising.
If you
Yeah.
truly didn't think it was in development, like,
I don't know what to.
I
Yeah, like
don't know what to tell you.
how do we help you? Like,
Right.
you'd have to be like living under multiple rocks to assume they weren't working on GTA 6. See, the thing is, they are most likely just absolutely dragging their feet. And I'm saying that in a bad way, but it's like they're not in a rush. They don't have to be. GTA
Right.
5 is like it's not only still selling super well after what, like 8 years, but it's like all the microtransactions, it's all those goodies and stuff like that. Like, it's thriving. It is
Oh
like,
yeah.
so they're like, yeah, GTA 6, we're definitely working on it. When's it come out? We're working on it. Like, don't.
Do you think this truly means that just like Red Dead 2 is dead and just like never will have a chance now?
Uh,
I know
I
it's sad to think about, but like
I
I
just think
feel
that,
like
like,
the harsh reality is it is.
I think they like the rocks not Rockstar, like the people who's working on Red Dead is like every time they walk into the office, like they didn't notice at first, but they just see like one person missing every week. And then like it got to it's like at a point where there's just like three people in the office. They're like, where is everyone?
Oh, they're all working on GTA.
We're not. Yeah, right. It's like, oh, we're moving you from Red Dead 2 to GTA 5 again. Like, please, I love Red Dead 2. Yeah, we don't though for some reason. Sold great, but
Right.
and like
We just will ignore it.
we're just gonna ignore it. We can't get enough microtransactions, really, because everyone likes like is buying your battle passes still. Yeah, but we don't count that. Just give us a reason, please. That's the update. I'd rather hear a roadmap or update for Red Dead 2 than this. I like GTA 6
Right.
almost means nothing to me at this point.
Right. The other great news they gave too was just that GTA 5 comes out in March for the new systems.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
Red Dead 2 upgrade.
yeah.
Like they had this conference press release, but nothing about Red Dead was mentioned.
Someone's like, what about Red Dead? They're like, what's that? Like, I wasn't briefed on a Red Dead, but
Right.
we got GTA. Not only is GTA 6 confirmed, but we're also working on GTA 7. Yeah, that's some good news, right? What about Red Dead 2 and Bully? No, stop it. We don't we don't live in the past.
We have a better chance of getting Max Payne 4 before we get the other two.
I forgot. Yeah, they're not gonna ever work on Mac. I don't think they're ever gonna work on anything that isn't GTA again. Do they even have to? Like, what's the
Yeah.
like what's the
Those
point?
series will be held for like mobile games that they invested in.
Yeah, Red Dead Mobile, and you're just like, yeah,
Woo!
you're just like a revolver, just like just pew pew pew, yeah. Like a little pea shooter. I mean, now, I mean, it's cool that the upgrade's coming in March. Like that's not too far away at all. They did
Right.
delay it, I think twice now, right? Once or at least once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
I really don't know what the holdup is, considering they had plenty of time, and they also said like you only get like or one chance to upgrade. Like once you convert everything over, it's like there's no going back. Which I guess I understand. There's probably so much it has to work with in terms of like moving that data over, like.
Yeah, I think they did that from the 360 to like the PS4 and Xbox One swap too.
Right.
I think it was like one and done.
Because it's probably they're probably gonna keep working on it until it gets to a point where they're gonna drop like Xbox One and PS4.
Right.
That's what I think. I think
They already did 360 and PS3.
Right,
Like they're already
but
dropped.
I personally believe that it shouldn't have been released on the 360 or that generation. I think that it was like it just scraped by. I mean, it was like a miracle of the time. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
it just it was not there. It could not really handle it, and even the PS4 and the Xbox One, like it can, and it does a lot better than the previous gen. But can you imagine how gorgeous that game's going to be in 4K?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be able to see like the pimples on the chubby kid's face now. Like you're gonna like zoom in, like, huh, he's got acne. What do you know? That's how I want gaming to go towards, where it's like 12K and I can see like the hair follicles.
Sweat dripping down someone's face.
Yeah, so well, like what is this? What's bigger though? GTA 6 being confirmed or Activision Blizzard being purchased? You know, it's like I mean, I think from like a corporate
Honestly, it's hard to say because GTA 5 is like the best selling like anything in entertainment. So,
has it beaten Pokemon?
I'm pretty sure it like crushed Pokemon, or at least game wise. Maybe not like as a conglomerate or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Grand Theft Auto 5 is at 155 million, and Minecraft is still reigning supreme at 238 million, which that's probably never going to be beat, or at least for a very long time. I'm just glad Tetris is 3 and Wii Sports is 4. That's what matters most to me. Yeah, like I always knew Tetris was like was super up there. And like, see, I always think this isn't fair because Wii Sports was packaged with the Wii, so it's like that's just tracking Wii sales basically.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like bundled games is kind of a cop out because you didn't really have a choice to buy it.
Right. It was free.
Oh, hey, you know what's landed at number 12 for most selling games of all time? Take a guess.
Was it Roblox?
No, actually, I don't see that on this list. But no. Just take a guess. We might have already mentioned it in this episode that we're recording right now.
Red Dead 2.
What? No, how? Really? Well, they gotta be supporting it like the rest of the games. You know, like Pokemon.
Yeah,
still
sure. Of course.
Yeah. F
So much
you.
content for Red Dead, like a shootout mode and
Look,
a new cowboy hat.
I'll say it every time. I'm gonna say it every time. You want to redeem yourselves at this point? Just announce Red Dead Nightmare 2. You're good. That's it. That's all you have to do. Everyone will forgive you. Literally, everyone will be like, you know what? It was worth the year dry season. It was worth not getting any content. You're releasing Red Dead Nightmare 2. You did it.
Perfect. It's all we need. Come on.
Right. It's
Do it, Rockstar.
Yeah. Also, I want to give a shout out to a fan of ours from TikTok, Grizzly. I don't know if you're a male, female. I'm hoping you're a bear with that name, but I just want to say thanks for being a fan. We like to give shout outs to the real OG. So, you know, by all means, if anyone else is listening, you want to make yourself known, by all means, join Discord or Twitter, you know, add us. YouTube, you know, we'll sell out stuff. You know, literally, if you talk to us, we will gladly shout you out and talk to you. We don't bite.
Yeah.
I just lick. Yeah. You have to watch the VOD to really understand that one, but it's really us just making really gross licking thing. Whatever. All right, so more big news about selling stuff. Nintendo Switch outsells the Wii U. Or Wii U. That was a.
Of course they did.
I mean, my shoe also outsold the Wii U. You know, like, you know, everything has outsold the Wii U at this point. So Nintendo Switch was the fastest home console to sell 100 million units. Nintendo Switch, sorry. And now it has outsold the Wii, which is pretty big. I mean, the Wii it sold 103.54 million units as of December 31st, 2021. So it's at least higher than that.
Right.
You know, and I can understand it. I understand how this is possible. I mean,
right.
it's
and apparently they sold a ton of systems for Arceus when that came out last month.
Oh, really? I didn't even think about that.
Arceus is now what was it? It's the fastest selling Switch game now with like 6.2 million sales or something like that in the first month.
Huh. Wow. Good for that. I mean, it's really fun. I still think
great.
I still think that it would have been infinitely better if it was like entirely new generation of Pokemon. Everything was basically new, but besides, like, that's just a personal grievance with it. But other than that, it's like, you know, it's a phenomenal Pokemon game, and I'd love to see more of it.
6.5 million copies sold.
I'd love to see more of Pokemon do this.
Right. They need to branch out. You know, give us the like copy and paste every now and then just to throw it in for everybody, but like I want like new and different things.
Right.
And it works. It clearly works.
Yeah, if you get to really make Pokemon out of ice cream cones and literal gears, I want one of sex toys, okay?
Right.
Dildon and Vibrotor.
Why didn't they make the Pokemon Gun game before this indie developer did, huh?
Yeah, really. That got taken down immediately. And it was whatever. Anyway, so yeah, like it's literally still selling very well. It hasn't really dropped off, like in the sense of like majorly. It's outperforming basically everything because it's really not easy to make, but I guess cheaper and faster to make than the other consoles. And they even announced it was either today or yesterday that it was going. It's in the middle of its life cycle, which I mean,
yeah, I saw that.
Look again.
As long as we get an upgrade system at some point, you know, it needs it. The OLED was a good step, but like honestly, it's trash. Like,
in this actually, so it's funny you mentioned that in one of the discords on them, and again, everyone can check out ours. They were like it wasn't really an insider, but they said they know some people, and they said that the breakdown of the Switch OLED is strong. It is considerably stronger than a normal Switch, but it's underclocked, so that way the battery life can stay as high as it is.
Right.
Like so it's like purposely lowering its own power possibilities to ensure its battery life, which like I understand it, but if I was worried about battery life and portable, I would probably have a Switch Lite. That's just me though.
Right.
That's well, either I mean, again,
I think that's the problem with it being a hybrid system is like it's like a win-lose situation every time. Like we could either have the power and terrible battery and just never play it handheld and just have a system, or you know, take the nerf on the power and have some battery to bring it on the go with you.
Well, there's some like portable consoles that they let you choose the performance mode, and that's where it has to. Well, that's where I would like Nintendo to go. Like, let me play it like in a more powerful setting, and let the battery drain faster because I can just plug it into a USB-C. That's like that's what I don't understand. It's like, oh, you know, everyone wants to play portably. I get that, but there's also easy ways to charge it while you're playing portably. There's power banks, outlets, like
they literally just have to design a dock that has some sort of power and can upscale it somehow. That's all they need.
That'd be really cool. A portable dock that actually works as like a power bank as well.
Right.
That'd be wow. What trademarked? That's ours. No, they can't take that.
Yeah. Nintendo, I'm coming after you.
That's a GGG trademark. You cannot take that away from us. Yeah, so you know, now that this has sold more than the Wii, I now expect a new Mario Super Sluggers. That's right. I'm bringing it back. I want get more sports games, please.
If that game comes out, that's all we're doing. There's no more podcast. There's just Mario Super Sluggers content. Actually, the podcast will be about our like roster. We'll have like a sports podcast for
the
Mario Super Sluggers
League. I would love to have like a stream set up where like we're like the announcers or commentators at like a baseball game, but it's for Mario Super Sluggers.
Fight for if whatchamacallit, if Panda can sponsor Smash tournaments now, we can definitely sponsor Mario Super Sluggers tournaments.
I would love to see a fantasy league for Mario Slugger tournament.
Oh, dude, it'd be so great. like a draft pick going for the teams.
Like, okay, I'm gonna say Little Sluggers Bowser this season gets at least 10 home runs.
Right.
You know, like Waluigi definitely within the season gonna at least have five was it steals? Is that what it's called when you
yeah.
Okay. I'm not too familiar with baseball terminology. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, I was again, I haven't learned my lesson on making analogies on topics I'm not too keen on, but I kind of had that one.
Bird's out for the season for getting something stuck in her snout.
It's
reported like she tripped and fell on a toad. She's now trapped.
She choked on a ball. She's out. I would love that. Yeah, that'd be a great addition to the game where like you can get injuries or like you know.
Right. Your player's out for the season.
Oh my god! And
Ooh, Mario took a poison mushroom. He's done.
he's out for the game. And then like fights can occur like once in like 1,000 chances. Like Mario like throws his cap on the ground. It's like taking
Yeah.
off the gloves. Come here, Luigi. I'm kicking ass.
It's time for you to beat.
I think we kind of glanced on it last time, but again, they could expand on the rosters with like Zelda and Kirby. You know, it's
Dude,
Animal
Haven't
Crossing.
been to New Smash. Come on, just everybody's here. I want to see Solid Snake there, just like shooting his rocket launcher, and it's the baseball. That could be like his star power.
You could
Link with the Master Sword at bat. It's so easy.
Nintendo,
It's free. I'm giving you this information for free.
we're not trademarking this one. Come on,
Right.
like that. If we keep talking about it, I'm just gonna get sad. Yeah. So again, like the fact that it already beat the Wii, which has been out for what, 10 years?
The Wii was 10 or 11 years, I think, and the Switch is only 5 years in now.
Right. That's pretty
crazy.
insane. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Like, you know, and I mean, again, they had to have plans to keep supporting it, and I really hope that this will give them the push necessary to make another version of the Switch that's backwards compatible, like the next generation.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm afraid that these numbers are not scaring them, but are making them believe like, oh, we don't have to upgrade the Switch because we're still selling incredibly well. But it's like
Oh, it totally is.
every month, it's like I love playing the Switch. Like playing Boomerang Arceus has like reignited my love for playing my Switch, but I
Right.
can feel how outdated it is, or how outdated it feels. You know, it's really scary, and I don't think it can survive another like 2 years with the power it has. Granted, Nintendo's amazing at utilizing, you know, their home console. Like they easily do it better than Microsoft and Sony. Like their in-house games are the most optimized games known to man. But, you know, at some point it's gonna get to a level where they can't like make the game they want to make because of the limitations of the Switch. That's just the reality, you know?
Right.
And also, you know, I don't know why they just like basically stopped making Switch and Switch docks special editions, but stop. Like bring it back. Collectors like those things. I like those things.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm really surprised Arceus had basically nothing. Was there even a Switch Lite version?
No, they did it for Diamond and Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl, right? So, does OLED have any editions out? No, right?
No, nothing yet. I assume the next one's either going to be Splatoon 3 or Breath of the Wild 2. And I don't even know if it'll be the OLED version. It might end up just being the regular Switch. I don't know when the OLED will get a special one.
Yeah, if it will ever. Like for some
If it
reason,
will,
yeah,
yeah.
if it will, you know. And again, for some reason, they just don't. It's the exact same size as the Switch. It just has bigger or less bezels and a brighter screen, right? Like
I think it's a tiny bit bigger, the screen. Or no.
because the Joy-Cons fit on it.
I can't look
fine.
at it. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like the physical dimension of the Switch are the same. It's just the screen itself is bigger, and the
Right.
yeah
Right.
yeah okay. Because if that's the case, then I can't see a problem with production and putting artwork on the Switches.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying that.
The only difference too on the back is the kickstand is like huge
Oh yeah,
now.
yeah, right.
So
Well, it's
but
what
like
it should have been.
it's not enough that it should mess it up. And the dock is just a dock. Literally
Right.
slap a sticker on it and charge me $50 more and I'll buy it. Come on.
Yeah, right. Okay, moving on. This is pretty big. There's actually a lot of big stuff happening in the past couple of days. I've been keeping my eye on this. If you haven't, but so there's a Guitar Hero player. I believe his name is Shimui, and like for years he was known as like the best Guitar Hero player of all time. Like his
Right.
like he had like perfect scores on all these different games, like videos of it, and it was turned out he cheated in about 90% of them. And it's actually really interesting of how he did it. There was like a deep dive. He never live streamed it, which was sus. But when he did live stream it, it was with at a friend's house, and he was never as good as his like record videos. But what he did was when he was when he was playing the game, mind you, he mostly played on Clone Hero, but they're considering Guitar Hero. But Clone Hero is just the PC version of like man-made like custom songs, all that fun stuff. And he was playing it at like a 75% speed, but then for the recording he raised it to 135%.
That's pretty smart.
Well, because in Clone Hero, apparently you can change like the speeds of the song.
Right.
So, but there's two problems with this. One, he didn't do the math right, and it doesn't break it down in this article, but it was like 75.5%, and he raised it up to a number that wasn't a denomination, so it wasn't like it like slightly was off, very slightly.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So like how they caught on.
Yeah, the combo meter in these games where it's like you can max it like the ×4 unless you like raise a guitar and goes to ×8.
Right.
So when he spliced it, there's like a weird color that like circles around that bar, and someone noticed that whenever there was like a cut in the video or like some kind of edit, the light would like skip from like one position to the next, rather than a perfect circle. Like, I mean, like it was a really good catch. Now, I have no sympathies for these cheaters. Like, I think you're pretty well. You're an idiot, first of all, but second, you're scum. But I'll give him this. He refunded the about $3,000 he's earned from bounties, which people don't know, bounties on the internet is basically like someone will pony up money for an achievement to be had in a game. Like, oh, no one's gonna discover this a way to do a skip. Or a specific example of this would be in Wind Waker. There, everyone thought at the in Hyrule, like, remember the invisible barrier that led to the Ganon fight?
In Wind Waker?
Yeah. No one thought it was possible to break through that barrier, but someone found a way, and they claimed the bounty. I think it was like a couple thousand. In this case, there was like, oh, no one can perfect this song, so he did this. So he did prove that he literally sent back the money to these people from over like, the course of like years. So I'll give him that. That was respectable. And he also removed all his videos. He admitted he's a fraud. But that still doesn't change the fact that he duped the whole community.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I assume like all his world records and stuff were stripped too.
Yeah. Everything was stripped. I mean, there's like only like, again, I said 90%, and there's like maybe like 5 songs from his list of achievements that he did like act like he's actually a really good like. Well, I'm just gonna call it hero player. Like he actually has a lot of skill, but he still cheated most of it.
Right.
Which is a shame. I mean, like the part I don't understand about this kind of stuff is like when you're really good at something, you usually have some kind of pride because you worked your way to get there. But when you cheat, it's like, what's
the point?
Yeah, what's the point?
Keep working on it. Get better.
Oh, and another way he was found out is because at the end of one of his recordings, like the last 2 seconds, he didn't realize it, but like a Windows Media Player interface popped up. So it was clear that it was like a video of a video.
Right.
And he also had like audio at like his mic was still live like in those 2 seconds, and he heard him saying something which like didn't really work with the video.
Right.
So
great.
I mean, I guess it's just the little details,
Yeah.
I
mean, good to the people that caught all this stuff too. Like, gotta be like eagle eye, especially with that like light thing on the combo meter. Like, that's crazy.
I was like when I'm brain deadlessly scrolling through TikTok, I'll see people like live streaming Clone Hero, and someone removed the audio and it said like you can listen to it on Twitch. So all you hear is all the clicking, like, and I mean, I gotta admit, they must have one happy girlfriend because that kind of finger dexterity can go a long
I
way.
got the finger skills. Oh yeah.
Like, I mean,
What song you want tonight, babe? All right, through the fire and the flames. Expert mode.
I sit back and relax. Here's fire in the flame. Dude, that's man. Woo.
When he activates star power, you just like flip her up really quick.
Dude, and that's not even including his other hand. You know, that one's strumming too. You know, so where's that
Right.
going? You know, good for yeah. I can barely move my pinky when I'm playing Guitar Hero, let alone like it literally I forget the denomination, but they were saying like with the advanced speeds, like you'd have to hit like 20 some wait, was it? Yeah, I think it's like 26 notes a second, like being able to press it that fast. I'm just like, yeah, you know, I get winded from walking up my stairs. I don't have the capabilities to you know, press a button that fast.
Yeah, no.
Like
I'm winded to just sitting here sometimes. I mean,
yeah, like even in my prime, it's like no, that is not a physical feat I was able to accomplish ever. And I like playing Rock Band. That was my choice.
yeah. Oh yeah. It was so much fun.
Those are good times. I kind of want to get Clone Hero, like just as like a casual, fun game to play.
Does it have like co-op on it?
There's online multiplayer. I think they added.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'll have to find the USB like Guitar Hero controller.
Thank you. For my next trick, I'll be playing this with my girlfriend.
The moral of the story here is, ladies, Valentine's Day is coming up. Get your boyfriend Guitar Hero. He'll treat you good afterwards.
Yeah, just train. Yeah, just feel like I got you Guitar Hero. Why? I don't play. Just play it.
Get good at it.
Get good at it. Like okay, and then you know they're just like the happiest or you know companion alive. So,
Yeah.
Again, I have no remorse for cheaters. I think it's pretty disgusting of a art to deceive a whole community, and people think you're like this you know god among players in a certain game, and then you're literally a cheat. Like that's just sad. And you know, honestly, the apology means nothing to me. Like because people only apologize when they get caught. You never hear of a cheater like apologizing just randomly from remorse. Like, you know what? I was really thinking about it. I feel bad. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna you know announce that I've been cheating. Like that's totally different. I would have some respect in that regard. But when you get found out and then you're like, I'm sorry guys, I've been cheating. I'm not the person you thought I was. I'm a fraud.
Right.
I'm sorry you caught me cheating. Anyway, you know, it's like, again, I mean, I wonder if he could have got sued for like claiming those bounties when he didn't actually do it. But, you know, that's all like Reddit stuff and you know, person to person. So, I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, not cool to get sued for that. But, you know what? Since we're talking about suing, I'm just going to skip ahead here for a second. Just to keep note on this. So if anyone haven't heard of the Bowser case or Gary Bowser, we talked about him. I don't know, maybe a month or so ago.
Months ago.
Yeah, months ago.
Like,
yeah. He was being sued by Nintendo for running a hacking group. Where I forget where what's the name of this hacking group?
Executor or something like that.
I'll give you this cool name. That's a cool hacking name.
We're suing you for that too. You take that Pokemon's name? Yeah.
That was our next Pokemon team name. Team Rocket, Team Executor.
How dare you?
Yeah, so this guy he is getting charged for 5 years, and his lawyers are like literally they're like, yeah, look, we're not fighting that he hacked, but we are gonna argue, please don't give him 5 years, like give him 19 months. Like, you know, they know it's a complete loss of a battle. And I think it doesn't say it here, but I think he settled to pay Nintendo already $10 million.
Yeah.
And Nintendo said they lost 65 million. Or like estimated losses of 65 million, which I want to hear your opinion on this. How do you think the 5 years is like a good number for his sentencing? Their argument is that it's a statement sentence, meaning that they're literally doing it to scare everyone else, but they think that it should be lowered to like a little less than 2 years. What do you think?
I think 5 years is fine. I think it's a good like setting an example amount, because like this is the world now, right? Like everything's getting hacked, so they just have to. I don't know, and Nintendo especially, like this isn't the first time it's happened to them, so
Right. Yeah, there was another person, but let's see. And apparently Team Executor, they said, or the legal team, Bowser legal team has said that he only made an made an estimated 320,000 over the years. Only. It's like yeah, compared to the millions of dollars Nintendo technically lost of, which, see, actually I have a problem with that. Are these ROMs of much older games, or are they more relevant? Because if they're older games,
Nintendo doesn't make money on older games,
right? Well, yeah, right.
So like that shouldn't be included in it. If he's hacking like like the guys who hacked Sword and Shield early and like published everything about it, like that I can understand. Even all the people leaking Arceus stuff, like those people I understand for like relevant and newer stuff. But like for ROMs and things like that, like you're not selling anything like that anymore, Nintendo. Other than like the NES and SNES classics they did a while back, but even those they're not selling anymore. So,
right. And excuse me. So, I understand why they believe it's a statement, like for 5 years for this, but
right.
Considering the amount that he estimated to have accumulated, that's like that's a no matter what company you are, that's still a hit. 320,000. Even though Nintendo says they say they lost tens of millions, and well, actually, and to be fair, it says he only made an estimate. That's not including his team. The other two,
right?
They're not technically being charged yet, only because they are in countries that may not prosecute them for it.
Right.
So that might not include the how much money they made. If it was like an even split, then we can imagine it's a little over $1 million for how much they made from these ROMs. Which again, you're still stealing someone else's property. Nintendo isn't making money off of these older games, but it is still their product. I can totally understand it. I mean, yeah, I guess 5 years I think is fair, only because again, that amount of money, whether it's games that no one's going to buy anyway, that's still an intense profit.
In the end, it's their property, so like they can still sue just because of that. Apparently, too, it's not Nintendo sentencing the 5 years. It's just the U.S. federal lawyers. Like it's just the U.S. saying, yeah, this guy's getting 5 years.
Oh, really?
And going to jail and being on probation 3 years after the prison time, and then also paying another almost $5 million in just federal fines.
And yeah, Bowser agreed to pay Nintendo $10 million in a separate civil lawsuit. So, I mean, this guy obviously doesn't have this kind of money. I don't know how that's going to work out for him, but yeah,
right. He's going to go to jail anyway because he's not going to be able to pay the money back.
It's like Nintendo, I'm sorry I couldn't pay you this month. Like my cashier job only pays me $12 an hour, and I can't pay the $1 million a month you're asking for.
Right.
So sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I get. I mean, and plus, did your name really have to be Gary Bowser? Bowser's like balding cousin, like the Bowser that clocks into work every day and is miserable.
He's also a 51-year-old man. Did you know that?
I didn't. I mean, I didn't think it was relevant. I mean, I saw it.
Yeah, I feel like that's just like so much older than I was imagining.
What do you think? Some like intense hacker group that's a prodigy at 22 from like
yeah.
What's that?
Mr. Robot or whatever that show was with
I was gonna reference
what's his name? Rami Malek.
what was it? What's the name of that movie? Where they went to the center of the earth to like restart it?
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
I thought it was the name that, and I thought I was gonna be an idiot if I said it. Ah, crap.
Was it that? Yeah, that sounds right. I think it was that.
And like the scene where like the tech whiz, like he's like the feds are popping in, he's like melting everything with like his magnet, putting stuff in microwaves. Like, no, this is just some.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not as cool as that. It's just decades long. Decade. So this has been going for 10 years. This Team Executor.
Oh yeah. That's probably how it got up to $65 million, or like in losses.
Well, can't do the crime, don't pay the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't butcher that at all. Excuse me.
Messed with Nintendo.
Yeah, really. So here we go. More acquisitions. Hold on. Acquisitions. Acquisitions. Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't pronounce it. Jeff Keighley said that apparently there's more coming. Again, don't know if this is in retaliation. I'm going to imagine it's Sony doing it. I was reading that analysts believe they're going to try and buy EA, which we talked about before.
That's the big rumor going around.
It's plausible. It's just, I don't know. I don't see it happening.
Activision, I still understand, right? Because they were in a really bad spot, going downhill, and just like, they needed to be saved by somebody.
Right.
I don't see like EA or Ubisoft or Square Enix or Capcom. Like, I don't see any of these guys in that same situation.
Especially EA. I mean,
out of all of them, I guess EA, because they just like, they have been declining over the last couple of years, but like they're not like on Activision level at any point.
Right. They got so many microtransaction games that, like, I feel like they really aren't in a position to sell or want to sell. But who knows? Maybe they are. Maybe they're tired of getting worse company to work for year after year. Maybe they finally hit and they said that it's going to be like announced relatively soon, which, okay, he gave no hints to that, which is a kind of a tease. A few other big video game deals in the final stage of negotiation. So I wonder if it's more than one studio, or is it a blanket like Activision Blizzard, like, big corporation followed, and by owning that, we own the smaller ones.
Right.
I don't think Nintendo has anything to do with this. I think Nintendo is just like,
oh no, they said we don't care about acquisitions.
like you heard, we just released Pokemon Arceus, right? Why do we need not? you
and honestly, the only one Nintendo would really lose out on is like Capcom, like not having Monster Hunter exclusives and stuff. Right. And I guess Square Enix too. Like they have a couple of Square Enix exclusives, but
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. And Capcom also has wait, is it still? Man. I was gonna say Pac-Man 99, right? Is that still on Switch?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that'd be. I mean, I guess this year is really gonna be a big year for like what the future holds for gaming, because people are afraid that Microsoft is going to be a monopoly of holding all the games, which is still stupid because Sony has arguably better exclusives even with the Activision merger. It's just gonna be a big year, and I want to talk about this. I didn't. There's no article about it. I saw it on TikTok. That's right, and I hate mentioning it. Adam from Adam Ruins Everything. I don't know his last name. He had it sounded more like a conspiracy theorist. And I thought it sounded really stupid. He's like, when it comes to Microsoft Activision, Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, we should be more worried about how Microsoft is actually aiming to become the Amazon of gaming, like becoming that big. And I'm like, that's not why they bought Activision Blizzard. They did this because they got demolished last generation. Like the Xbox One was like the Wii U of Microsoft. Like it was a monster. Like, I mean, not as big of a commercial flop, but it was a terrible opening. Like the price, the DRM problem. it was a commercial flop in terms of the problems they had out the gate, and
Right.
and once Phil Spencer took over, he's like, listen, we need more exclusives. They're not looking to own the market; they're just looking
Right.
to survive, And Sony still has, they still have Spider-Man, they still have Ghost of Tsushima. I guess now Destiny, although it's not exclusive, but they have Destiny now.
Right.
They have God of War. It's like they still have the amazing exclusives. Microsoft, like saying that Microsoft is trying to be they're like the Jeff Bezos of gaming, because they're already the Amazon of the computing world, which is true because Microsoft owns all the operating system, which is Windows. All tech stuff. Microsoft, they got billions of dollars, but
Right.
they're not looking to own the gaming market. It's just they needed more studios to
Right.
compete. That's literally it.
Right. It just gives Sony more good competition between the two of them.
Right.
That's all it is.
I thought
I
it
mean,
was
good.
it's such an overreach to say that they're just trying to basically own gaming, because if they wanted to own gaming,
Yeah.
they'd buy Nintendo. If they really wanted to, and they have the money, they have more money than Sony and Nintendo multiplied by 100 combined. Like, that's how big
Right.
Microsoft is. Xbox as a division doesn't make obviously that much as much money, but they're still doing well for themselves. They're innovative. They bought a dying studio or gaming franchise / company, and it's going to bolster their sales for Game Pass, obviously. So to think that they're trying to make an Amazon version, or not Amazon version, but a giant gaming conglomerate, give me a break. That's such an overreach.
Right.
That's such an overreach.
No, all it is just good competition. I mean, yes, it's annoying that we might get to a point where there's just Capcom, Square Enix, EA, Ubisoft, Activision, they're all owned by Microsoft and Sony, but it's not like there won't be games that come out for both systems. Like with Bungie, Sony owns Bungie now, but Bungie's just yeah, they're our parent company, but we're still doing what we're doing.
Right.
So.
Right. Sony just wanted the profits of Bungie's labor.
And that's all it is. And I've been saying since the launch of the Xbox One, Microsoft needed to become a publisher. And that's more of what I see this becoming.
Right.
That's why I still, Xbox will get exclusives, yes. But I think this is more of them just becoming a publisher. I'm going to start buying PS5 games that say Xbox Studios on them. And same with, MLB came to the Xbox One last year, and now it's coming to the Switch this year. And that game says PlayStation Studios right on it.
Right.
So that's all this is becoming.
Maybe if Xbox didn't flop incredibly hard last generation, this wouldn't have happened. But actually, whether Xbox flopped or didn't flop last game generation doesn't change the fact that Xbox just did not have an exclusive lineup that PlayStation does.
It still doesn't.
Yeah, arguably still doesn't.
Right. In the year since the Series X and the PS5 has come out, right? Xbox has released 2 exclusives, Forza and Halo. PlayStation has launched Ratchet & Clank, Returnal, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, triple the amount of exclusives.
Right.
So
yeah, that's what I mean. That's literally what Xbox needs. That's all they're asking for. And again, with Activision Blizzard, yes, they'll have more exclusive or big selling exclusives. Well, I mean, or at least selling games like Call of Duty and stuff like that. But if you're going to tell me that, well, I mean, I'm not a Call of Duty fanboy by any stretch of the imagination, but whether Xbox has more exclusive games or not doesn't change the fact that the quality of the exclusives is still in PlayStation's hands. That's at least in comparing the two. If you throw Nintendo in the mix, I would argue Nintendo's exclusives have a much bigger impact on gaming.
Right.
But it's you're gonna look. Don't get me wrong. I love my Series X and I don't regret the purchase. But I'll definitely tell you that Spider-Man is an insane exclusive to have, and it's much more valuable in as an art form than Call of Duty. Served. That's right. So
Yeah, I mean, all it is it's more of a reason for people to buy an Xbox, right? Like my Xbox One, for example, I bought that game to play Halo, the new Gears, and that was it. That system sat there collecting dust for so long. Even the Series X, like I play a bunch now because like we play together.
right.
But like if you didn't have one, I'd buy it for Halo and Gears and whatever other random exclusives they come out with, and that would be it. That would be the only time I would play it.
Well, well, wait, that doesn't make any sense because Minecraft is technically owned by Xbox. So if you play it on PlayStation, you're a dirty person. You don't if you play Minecraft on any other console other than Xbox, you're dead to me.
I only play Pocket Edition.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. What? Ugh. That's gross.
I heard they're adding lava to it next week.
Whoa!
That's pretty fun.
They're still updating it. Wow. Oh, actually, isn't it? Oh wait, no. Wait, didn't they upgrade? Didn't they change Pocket Edition to like Bedrock? Like, isn't it still crossplay? That's actually that's kind of crazy though. You have to admit it. That's pretty nuts. Like,
oh, they do a good job with it.
Right. It's still people are still playing it. Are still So look. But there's even bigger news, right? We're just going from bigger to bigger, and that's right. Nintendo All-Star, Nickelodeon All-Stars, All-Star Brawl. Shredder was revealed as a new character. Yes,
that's right. You thought this game was dead. It's apparently not.
All 10 players are screaming right now, including my girlfriend's kids. They're like,
they added Shredder, and nobody cares. Good for them.
Cover me for a second. I'm going to look up Steam chart numbers.
I don't understand why Shredder was the pick. Like, add like Squidward or Mr. Krabs. Someone people will enjoy. Like, I guess this is appealing to like the 90s kids and stuff that are playing the game, but like those guys aren't playing the game anymore.
So
that's the sad truth.
On Steam, it peaked at 9,000 when it released. It is at 126.
Yeah, that is sad.
That not only does this game desperately need crossplay, but even then, I just don't think it's going to be enough to save it. They're like, oh, we're going to add voice acting.
This game's dead.
Oh yeah, no, it probably sold really well, but the execution just it needed more content to really. It actually need a bigger roster, but.
Oh yeah,
right. Well, I mean, I like the Shredder pick, but like you said, it's just. I mean, there were bigger options. Like again, Garfield isn't really relevant right now. I like it, but I'm not going to play it for him.
Right. No. Honestly, I probably will never go back to this game. I still have it. I'll probably go trade it in.
Oh, I like playing it to beat my girlfriend's kids at, and they cry. And the sad part is, like, I'll try to lose to make them feel better, but like it's hard to lose when they accidentally
on
like
purpose.
Yeah. It's like, oh God. Well, I'm sorry. Like, and they like accidentally was crying, and then I was crying. It was just a mess of emotions. Excuse me. So yeah. Wait, hold on. Actually, you said that you're not going to go back because this is huge. You know. Did you see that they're adding another stage as well?
What is it? The underbelly or whatever their hideout's called? The ooze machine?
I don't think so. I think it's it looks like it's like a game show area.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Well, good for them.
The Nickelodeon game show Double Dare is being added as a fighting stage. Okay.
Okay.
I double dare you not to play this game.
Joke's on you. I wasn't going to anyway.
Oh no, I triple dog dare you now.
No.
Maybe even better to double dog dare you to play it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, that's an intense dare, my friend. And again, I genuinely don't know what they could possibly add to this game to make it playable. Or like
nothing. It's just like it's dead. Because anybody who would have gone back to it is now just going to play the Warner Brothers one when that comes out.
Multiverses.
So,
again, I pray that one actually does well. That one is like my hope. Please. because they have battle passes, battle pass idea and stuff like that. So they obviously have some intention of making it like survive.
Right.
Also, where's my Rugrats representation? I want to be Chucky and just get my ass kicked.
Hold on. I'm just looking up the roster for it because I was just thinking, like, is Cat Dog in the game? I really can't remember.
Yeah, Cat Dog's in the game.
But like, yeah, there's no Rugrats. There's no add like you know who I want to see? The Crimson Chin. Add
That
like
would be
Cosmo and Wanda.
No, definitely Crimson Chin. That'd be great. What's his name? Chip Skylar?
It was stuck in my head today again. I was singing Shiny Teeth all day at work today. I don't know why it just randomly happens, and then that's it for the day.
That should be playing at every dentist office.
They could add add Arnold from Hey Arnold. He's not in the game. They added Helga.
Yeah, that was a really weird decision.
You know, like there's so many options, and they just like
chose like the most boring ones.
Right.
Like
they added
Aang was a good pick.
Yeah, they added 5 TMNT reps. Like, why?
Wait, 5?
All 4 turtles.
No, they have 2.
The girl.
They have 2.
Oh, do they?
They have Donatello and Michelangelo. And then
they have
April.
4.
Yeah, April
and then Shredder.
Yeah, right. Wait, you know what? I'm sorry. They do have Rugrats representation. They have Reptar, which, I mean, that was a fair pick, but I think it'd be funnier if they had
I'd like Chucky or
add Chucky before his mom died when he was happy.
Add Phil and Lil as like an Ice Climbers duo.
Oh, I could see that. That'd be cool. No, add the grandpa. You know, he was always like high and stuff like that. They could do that. But you know, even though we're adding suggestions, I just don't think there's any roster, any character they could actually
Jimmy Neutron, dude. Add Jimmy Neutron. Where is he?
Guess my opinion doesn't mean anything.
No, there's nothing saving this game. But if it's gonna go down, they might as well go down swinging. You know.
All right, hold on. Jimmy Neutron or Carl? Carl.
Yes, Carl.
And like his voice lines is like, I wish Jimmy's mom was here.
I'm gonna rail Jimmy's mom.
Oh wait! Grim from Grim Reaper, from Billy and Mandy.
Oh, that's Cartoon Network.
Oh,
but
crap.
He could be in Warner Brothers game.
Oh, true.
Don't they own Cartoon Network now?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Man, I keep messing that up too. That's a real shame. I'm bored of Nickelodeon All Stars, and I'm bored of talking.
Get that out of here.
Okay, hold on. There are very few times I have a high respect for people, and this is one of those times. A Call of Duty Warzone competitive player. What is his name? Oh my god, where is his name? I missed it and I forget it. Percy. Okay, his name is Swag. SWAGG. Yeah. Original. He had a complaint about loadout, a certain loadout thing, and he said, "quote I'll tattoo Raven Software on my right cheek for you to revert the loadout change." I'm trying to figure out what exactly the change was. I'm getting like too technical. Oh, okay. So it says here
about like you couldn't pick your loadout.
Aside from 2 free loadout draws each game, players are able to purchase one loadout from a buy station. Originally, there was no limit to when you could buy one, meaning the more aggressive teams could earn enough to get their custom loadouts early in the game. But the update on December 8th changed that. The change restricted the purchase of loadout drops until after the first circle. Okay, so basically, they made it so you can't get a loadout after the first circle has stopped. And apparently he wanted to revert it, and he said that he would get it tattooed on his right cheek. And he literally got tattooed on his right buttocks cheek Raven Software. What a man. What a power play. And what a dumpy on him too. He got a looking swag. His name should be
Good
thick.
for him.
Unbelievable. Like he could have just said, "Yeah, you know, guys, obviously I'm joking." And not the Call of Duty Twitter literally like added him. They said, "Your move." What a play. I mean, if I was Call of Duty, that was like that was a power play. They're like, "Oh, Swag's not gonna do anything about it. We can call him out on it." And then Swag's just like, "Bet?" question mark. you like and like I don't know who you are. Oh, FaZe Swag, but in any draft pick, in any possible place I can pick you in any situation, I'm picking you just out of respect. I hope
Yeah.
you're. Please don't be a cheater. Don't be. I mean, maybe be toxic. I don't know, but don't be a cheater. And you have my respect for life because that is unbelievable. You know what? You know what? I want to make a commitment like that for Mario Super Sluggers. I kind of want on on my right cheek.
I don't know what I would get tattooed though.
I would want to get Waluigi like not high fiving, but like arm in arm with Wario that says Mario Super
Oh, that
Sluggers.
meme where
Yeah.
they're like gripping arms.
Yeah, that's what I would want to get.
I will get here. I got it. If Nintendo makes a new Super Mario Sluggers, I will get Donkey Kong sitting on a dock, cheeked up, tattooed on my shoulder
Yes. Oh, and
in
your
a spot that people can see. Yes, yes, I will wear it with
I
pride.
want to quote. Okay, that is a commitment. Okay. I need this to make this happen just for this. Oh, that's the good stuff. That's wow. I didn't notice it, but thank you, Relic Inferno as a commenter on the YouTube on the live stream. Appreciate it. This person will tattoo Udyr. Oh, if you get on the game. Okay, I know who you are now. I'll think about it. In fact, I'm gonna hit the ban button on you. No, but more importantly, I would love. Man, I wish if I didn't fill up my arms with Edgy McGrimdark tattoos, I guess I got a spot here. I would love to get Donkey Kong double cheeked up. That's a
You have to get it like right here, so when you squeeze, his cheeks like expand.
I mean, like the worst part is in this area is the most tender, hurtful area you possibly could get on your arm.
No.
Right. No, but this is a safe spot. That's where, I mean, you get it there, it's gonna hurt, but not nearly as bad as the rest. So please do that.
Yeah.
That, I'm doing it, dear Nintendo.
Yeah, tweet it out.
Please. Oh my god. And it'd be a great tattoo as well. Like this one, it's like, no one's gonna see it, and it's like
Right.
Maybe he's with someone like, what's Raven software? Although I want to know why someone can see that. Like in what situation they're gonna see his cheeks, but I guess that's more of a private matter.
Right.
Oh man. Okay. Excuse me. So we got some Dying Light 2 news. I played like about an hour and a half. It's a long tutorial. I mean, it looks beautiful, but they added de novo, which in case I'm not sure if we talked about it. I might have talked about the previous co-host, but it's an anti-tamper DRM technology, basically, so you can't like not hack it, but basically you can't do whatever you want with the game. You can't just like copy and paste the code and stuff like that. And they added it 2 days before the game launched, which is kind of a very sneaky move. And the problem with the Novo is that it puts an intense strain on the game itself. There's been plenty of times where it's implemented and it's like it made the game go super slow. Like for example, Tomb Raider. That game had de novo and it crushed it. Doom had it, which it wasn't like terrible with it. Planet Zoo apparently had an issue with de novo servers. So that's, I mean,
So it's an anti-tamper for a single player game. That's what its purpose is.
It's not just for single player games, but it's hard to explain. But basically, it's so it can't get like hacked and copied and stuff like that. Like it's like it's kind of I guess you could say it's like anti-cheat, but for single player games, that's like a light way to put it or a terrible way to put it. Either way, the point is that it's very controversial, mostly because it just doesn't it puts such a strain on a game that it can make it unplayable. Like apparently a lot of people had problems with it on Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and it made it unplayable for them. That sucks.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, man. I understand why they want to do it, why they do it, and they pay out big money for it for like the first couple of weeks, so that way it can't get because technically speaking, if you have like a single player game, which this isn't really a single player game because you can play co-op, you could ROM hack it and just like copy paste it, upload it, send it to someone. This kind of prevents that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That makes more sense.
Yeah, this basically prevents that.
So it's not just for you to like, so you can't like mod it or anything. It's more of a
it's
like
anti-piracy.
Protect the copyright, right? Okay.
It's anti-piracy, but it does so much to the game that it makes it, depending on how the game is like optimized, it can make the game make it a bother to play.
Right.
Mostly for PC, but it's just a shame. I mean, again, I can understand why they're doing it. A lot of people are apparently canceling the pre-order because of that. And I can see why. It's kind of a mixed bag. It depends on how well the game runs. This is sad, but like when I switch it from quality to from performance to quality, I can see the drop frames like immediately. I think it caps at 30 frames per second, which is a real shame.
I remember seeing that in the reviews, was that 90% of the modes only run in 30 frames per second, which is sad.
Right. And but that might not matter if you're not playing in 4K. If you're not playing in 4K, I'm pretty sure it's not going to make a difference. But either way, it's just a shame. And then more Dying Light 2 news. It's apparently being crippled by co-op problems.
Yeah, that's depressing.
But they're apparently like immediately working on it. Apparently, top of their list includes co-op mode problems, redeeming rewards, codes, and other in-game content, including Twitch drops from Techland GG, because that's their account. Our team is on it. We'll update you with progress. I mean, I had someone from a Discord telling me that they had no gameplay issues, but the audio would sometimes desync and just kind of mess up.
Right.
But if it's disconnecting, it's kind of a big deal. We totally want to play it, as a YouTube series, so you should totally check it out. But besides that, I don't know. And do you fault it for having issues with co-op? Do you think that it should have had more time?
Honestly, like every game has issues when it launches. It's nothing new. I feel like these are like easy fixes too, considering the fact that they fixed over 1,000 bugs with the day one patch from the review copies of the game. Like they're on top of it, and for how much support and love they put into the first Dying Light, I'm not worried about it. Honestly, there'll probably be a patch tomorrow to fix all this stuff. So,
right, which makes our podcast absolutely useless. No,
that's right. We're trash.
No, we're not. We're the best. You should totally follow us everywhere. Yeah, I mean, again, what has it been? 7 years they've been working on this game, right?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like since the first game came out, they announced it like 3 months later, Dying Light 2. And that was it. They were just like, yeah, we're working on a sequel already. Get ready for it.
and they were literally they were still updating Dying Light 1.
They just released a DLC pack like 2 weeks ago for the first game. And this game just came out. Like
I want to know where this community is, for at least for Dying Light 1, because they had to have been enough players to justify those updates.
I feel like and I feel like everybody played the game when it came out, but like that was it. Like that was all I ever heard about it, was like everybody played it when it came out, and everybody was like, yeah, this game's great. But like, who played all the DLC and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know either. I know I didn't. And also, I thought, did you play the expansion? It was like
the following. No, yeah. I never played it. I wanted to. I wanted to go back and play it, but
I'm very confused because it feels like in this game you are the same character from Dying Light 1, but I thought in that DLC you died, so I'm very confused. Like I don't understand. There wasn't a recap really from Dying Light 1, and also the tutorial is horridly long, like really long. Right. Or what? I'm not sure if you can drop in co-op during that time, but I don't know. I hate it when it's that long, but whatever. Either way, it looks gorgeous when I'm playing it. Unfortunately, I was going to play more of it today, but I just got to a point where I can do where I can do co-op, or like a point where you're actually playing in the city.
Right.
That's where I at least wanted to be.
That's what I figured. You'd have to play like the tutorial first to unlock the actual world or whatever to play co-op.
I didn't see anything saying I could unlock co-op, but I just wanted to get to a point where I could, at least walk around and do it. And then I got sucked into Master Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and it was just quite the couple days. God, February's just been such a good month so far for gaming. It's like so good.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the last thing today, right? EA, which actually might take up a little bit more of our time than I anticipate, but they admitted that 2042 did not meet expectations, which, I think everyone was kind of saying. I mean, I've been defending it, saying that it's still super fun. They pushed back season 1. That's pretty big. That's their moneymaker,
That's like a big mistake. Just release it and do what Halo's doing and just extend it until you figure everything out. Like,
I don't think they should do what Halo did, but I think they should make it like what Splitgate did, make it a season 0. Like, have it release, but under the understanding that like they're still working on things, but make it free. Make season 0 free. Push the rest of season 1 to 4 content, obviously down the line. But apparently, their excuse for this was that they're working from home for 2 years. Through our process of testing and preparation, we believe the experience was ready to put in our players' hands. We launched with strong stability. However, as more players experienced the full game, it became clear that there were unanticipated performance issues that we would need to address. Some of the design choices we made with the game also did not resonate with everyone in the community. That is a very boring / stupid answer. Obviously, when it says
we didn't expect people to play our game.
Well, no, not even that, but like the first part. Through our process of testing and preparation, we believe the experience was ready to put in the players' hands. Bullcrap. That's not, no. Obviously not, for 2 reasons. One, it released in November. That is EA's bread and butter month of holiday releases. Right. That's when you always release it.
Every Battlefield ever has come out in November. Like, come on. They know better.
And that was after a delay, right?
Yes. I think it was supposed to come out the year before that, but I don't remember. I mean, I know literally everything else that EA was working on, other than the sports games, which are just copy and paste anyway,
right,
was just like pushed aside, and they told everybody all hands on deck for Battlefield, because if this flops, we're screwed.
Right.
And guess what? It flopped.
It's like, at first I was more understanding of the whole work from home mentality. I understand to a degree that like it does separate the team. You have to communicate way more. I get that because of COVID. There you have to have some leeway with that. However, that doesn't stop you from delaying the game again. Sometimes it just has to be done. Cyberpunk should have delayed it another time, unfortunately, and they were forced to release it, and look how that played out. This easily could have launched a few months later and not suffered terrible losses because, 1, a lot of people refunded the game for the buggy start. 2, Halo Infinite surprise released. And 3, Call of Duty was already there. They have to realize they cannot compete with Call of Duty. I understand that November is the holiday month for Black Friday and getting it for Christmas. I get that. But then if that's really the case, then release it as close to Christmas as humanly possible. Release it December 15th or 20th. It's still separating yourself from November. You have a little bit of leeway time to get in people's hands for Christmas, but people still will want to buy it. And if they're not going to buy it physically, they'll buy it digitally. More people are buying it digitally than ever before, Right. So saying, it became clear that there are unanticipated performance issues that we would need to address. Not an excuse. No. You had to have known.
The game. Come on.
Right. You could have delayed it again. You chose not to. It bit you in the ass, and that's just how it is. And now you're really facing it because it's a bigger issue than you thought.
Yeah. The game's terribly underdeveloped. There's so many key features for a multiplayer game. I can't even tell you what my KDA is. Right.
They pushed back the hotfix. The word hotfix is implying that it's a really quick fix that they had.
It's literally turned it on. There it is.
Right, exactly. We're pushing
Who
it
put
back.
this text box over it? And let me just move that away.
The good news here is that it does mean that they have full plans of supporting it for a while. I mean, I guess they kind of have to, especially for
yeah.
But still, I want them. I love the game, whether how goofy it is. I want better maps, more importantly than other things. But I want to go
Right.
back and play this game with you. Like I love
Right.
playing the
We
game.
make it fun.
Right.
The game's fun to play. It's a solid Battlefield game. It just it, it needs
They need a bigger team on it, and they needed to give it more time. That's basically the
Right.
two problems
Yeah.
they had. And then
yeah.
I mean, again, like I'm not saying pushing back season 1 is a bad idea. However, it's very scary that it basically means that there's so many problems with the game that they have to push back a season. That was already so late to the game.
Right. Honestly, at this point, I feel like they should give the season 1 pass away for free to everybody as like a sorry we messed up so bad, here you go.
Yeah, but then what do you do for
You know?
the people who already, like, I bought the bundle. So what do I get? How do you comp that,
Right.
you know?
I bought the gold edition, which was, the $110 one or whatever. Those people, I don't know, just give them the currency for the game. Like, have they even added the microtransaction store?
I don't think
Like
so.
the cosmetics or
I
anything?
think they're
Right.
waiting. They're waiting for season 1 to
Right.
drop. So I mean, yeah, but I guess to a degree, then they had to be a rough call, because by postponing that, you're postponing microtransactions.
Right. They're still not making anything on the game. The game's not selling. The game was on sale for like $20 a couple weeks ago too. So it's like, it's a bad spot for them.
That's so. I mean, like, I was gonna write an article about it, but like buying this game at $20 is such a steal. Like that is like I would. I mean,
Right.
if I could go
Even
back,
if you don't play it now, it's such a future investment because it's sad, but it's true. Like every Battlefield game lately is like perfect at the end of its life.
that's like
and then,
that's a perfect way to explain it.
Yeah.
Flawless. Yeah, it really is. It is at its peak at the very end of its life, because they finally.
Right.
But if you imagine if they waited like another whole year, granted, I'd be crying, because I was, this was like my game of the year, like anticipated game of the year to like play. If they waited another year and had like this fully fledged out Battlefield game and didn't compete with Call of Duty, it would have done. I don't know, it would have done wonders, or at least I think it would have done. But if you can, let us know anywhere on the internet what you think about Battlefield and what they should have done to fix it. That's the show, guys. Follow us on Twitter. Goons Games and Gear. I create my own for my personal sake. The Head Goon. You got G Phones over here. G Phone 71195. We got TikTok. We got YouTube. We got
TikTok
Spotify.
has been blowing up. You guys follow that, all right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're doing really well. A podcast. I already said that. Website. YouTube.
YouTube. Check out the new
YouTube.
series.
Yeah, we're uploading literally every day, weekdays for a game. Right now it's Rainbow Six Siege. It's going to be Take Two soon. Probably Dying Light 2 soon after that. I don't know, but we're having a fun time. Have a good one, guys. We love you. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ooh, that was...